So yesterday we have started with the poem Life, the 1.1 poem Life written by the poetess Charlotte Bronte, which is a motivating and optimistic poem which encourages the reader to take a positive view of life, especially during the periods of hardship and difficulties. And we have seen about the poet Charlotte Bronte, who was an English novelist and a poetess of the 19th century. She was born on 21 April 1816 at Thornton in UK and died on 31st March 1855 Haworth in UK. Then we have seen about the poem. The poem Life by Charlotte Bronte is about the optimism of the poet, and the rhyme scheme of the poem is A B, except the rain and the dream. And the poem is divided into three stanzas consisting of 8 lines, 4 lines, and 12 lines respectively. The poem describes that life comes with bad times followed by good times. Then life is full of sorrowful times and also happy times. It encourages people to see the sunny things and roses blooming as they last. Now, just we'll have the summary of this poem. Summary see, the poem begins The poem begins by saying that life is not some kind of dark dream. In fact, unpleasant things such as clouds are transient and rain will make the roses bloom. Why should one be upset over the rain when such loveliness comes after it? The second stanza The second stanza is simpler and shorter, in which the speaker is merrily and cheerily celebrating the sunny hours of life. The last stanza is the longest and it's minimizing the power of death. Though it may take loved ones away, hope will always rebound and win out against darkness. She concludes the poem by stating that there is nothing in life which can quell courage, not even death. See, life, which is having the eighth stanza, that life, believe, is not a dream, so dark as sages say. Oft a little morning say foretells a pleasant day. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom, but these are transient all. If the shower will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament it fall? Meaning, sages means a mentor or a wise man. Oft means often. Foretells means a tale in advance. Gloom means a feeling of melancholy, that is depression. Lament express grief or regret. Transient, temporary. Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours flit by. Gratefully, cheerily, enjoy them as they fly. What though death at times steps in and calls our best away? What though sorrow seems to win over hope a heavy sway? Sway means controlling influence. Then next, we hope again elastic springs unconquered through the fell. Still, still buoyant are her golden wings, still strong to bear us well. Manfully, fearlessly, the day of trial or gloriously, victoriously can courage quell despair. Manfully means bravely, buoyant means that can rise upwards, and quell means end, suppress. What is the central idea of this poem is that the poetess here says that life is not a dark dream, as the sages say. Instead, A little rain in the morning tells us that a pleasant day will follow. That is, if we have difficulties in the earlier days, there will be joyous times also. Sometimes there are clouds of glooms, means sometimes there are problems in our life, but these are all temporary. If a little rain helps the roses to blossom, why should we feel unhappy about it? That is, the problems we face make for better times ahead. Why should we feel grief? The happy hours of our life flies by very quickly and merrily. We must enjoy them thankfully and happily as they go by. We must accept it if at times death takes away the people we love most. It does not matter if sorrow seems to be winning over hope. For hope will again spring up with great elasticity. It is undefeated. Life is full of meeting and partings. We must learn to face the challenges of life as they confront us. Then see the marginal exercise we are going to discuss. See the marginal questions, that what do the sages say? Answer is, the sages says life is not a dream. Then what does the rain often foretell? The rain often foretells a pleasant day. What should we do during joyful times in life? We should cheerfully and gratefully enjoy each and every moment during joyful times in life. Who does the our best refer to? Our best refer to those whom we love and cherish the most. Why are the wings of hope golden? Gold is the color of optimism. The wings of hopes are golden because hope helps us to bear up with our problem and suppress despair. Hmm. So yesterday we have discussed the meaning of the poem. We have seen the meanings of the poem and the marginal questions, the central idea of the poem, the summary of the poem. Today we are going to discuss the exercise question answers. Okay. So see students, first we are going to see some metaphorical lines about life. Huh? There are many popular lines are there about life. For example, see, um, life is a ball, so dance till you drop. Life is a stage, and we all have our parts to play. Life is a song, dance to it. Life is a mirror. Life is a mirror, and your actions are your reflection. Life is a melody. Play it well. Life is a journey. Keep going ahead. Life is a book. Read it. Life is an ice cream. Ice cream. Enjoy it before it melts. Life is a song. Sing it. Life is a game. Play it well. Life is a journey. Keep going ahead. So these are the metaphorical lines about life. Now we will see some acrostics. Now what is meant by acrostics we are going to see. See, acrostics means what? An acrostic is a piece of writing in which a particular set of letters, means the first letter of each line, word, or paragraph spells out a word or phrase with special significance to the text. Acrostics are most commonly written as a form of poetry. Now, what is meant by acrostics? It is a poem in which the first letter of each line spells out a word, message, or the alphabet. Again, I am repeating that what is meant by acrostic. Hmm? An acrostic is a piece of writing in which a particular set of letters, that is the first letter of each line, word, or paragraph, spells out a word or phrase with special significance to the text. Huh? And acrostics are most commonly written as a form of poetry. Now, for example, see in the slide, the life is given. Life means what? L means live. I means in peace. F freely. And E extinctly. So live in peace, free and extinctly. Life. Next example, see. Life. Now, L means liberty. I means integrity. F means fraternity, and E means equality. So liberty, integrity, fraternity, and equality. Now see the first letter I have taken of life, and I have made the word Life. Now, for example, love, inspiration, friendship, enjoyment. We can add uh, lively, interesting, fascinating, enchanting. So from the word life, I have make those words. You can make the paragraph also. See, little happiness often come along my way. In hope of emotion, we prefer to disobey. For each moment in life, commit something new. Expectations stay over everlasting, and wish gets renewed. Again, see, little L in I for F and expectations Life. From life, I have made a paragraph. That little happiness often come along my way. In hope of emotion, we prefer to disobey. For each moment in life, commit something new. Expectations stay everlasting, and wish gets renewed. Students, this is known as a acrostics. Now, just we see the poetic devices that which rhyme scheme, what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? Yesterday we have seen that the first stanza have the rhyme scheme A, B, C, B because the dream and rain are not rhyming. Rest all stanza is A, B, A, B. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B. The tone of the poem is hopeful and optimistic. And the message of the poem is what? The poem conveys the message that we should be hopeful rather than hopeless and optimistic rather than pessimistic. Now, what is meant by optimistic and pessimistic? That also I am going to tell you. What is the message? The poem conveys the message that we should be hopeful rather than hopeless and optimistic rather than pessimistic. Next slide, see. Now, which figures of speech are used in this poem? Now, see, the first figure of speech is personification. Now, which is the personification line is there in this poem? See, personification line, see, what though death at times steps in. Okay, before that, I will tell you what is meant by personification. Now, personification is a figure of speech. Now, personification means what? Personification is giving human traits, that is, qualities, feelings, action, or characteristics to non living objects for like things, colors, qualities, or ideas. Huh? So personification is giving human qualities or feelings or action or characteristics to the non-living objects. That is known as a personification. For example, see, the trees dance in the wind. Now trees doesn't dance. Trees are standing. Because of wind, the trees is moving here and there. Only human being can dance, but the trees has given the human quality that the trees are dancing. So the trees dance in the wind. This is the example of personification. The flowers beg for water. The flowers want the water because it is summer season and the flowers are thirsty. Now, who feels thirsty? The only human beings have the feelings of thirsty. So, the flowers beg for water. So, it's given a this is the example of personification. So, from poem, which is the example of personification? See, what though death at time steps in? What is the example of personification? What though death at time steps in means death has given the human quality of stepping in. Death has given the human quality of stepping in. Second example of personification. What though sorrow seems to win? What is the second example of personification? See, first we have seen that what though death at time steps in. Second one is what though sorrow seems to win. Now here sorrow had given the human quality of winning. These are the examples of personification which is from the poem. Next example, that is yet hope again elastic springs. Now here unconquered that though she fell. And now here hope is personified in this sentence. Then can courage quell despair? The last line of the poem. Can courage quell despair? The courage is personified. So these are the examples of personification from the poem. Now let's discuss the next figure of speech, that is metaphor. Metaphor and simile. Now what is meant by metaphor and simile, that we are going to discuss. Then we will move towards the examples of metaphor and simile. Now see students, simile means what? A comparison between two different things. What is meant by simile? Figure of speech, a comparison between two different things. That is known as a simile. Okay, see, first I will take about simile, SIMILE, simile figure of speech, and other one is metaphor. Okay, METAPHOR, this is the metaphor, and SIMILE is the simile. Now, what is the between two definition we will see? Simile means what? A comparison between two different things. There is a comparison between two different things. Metaphor means what? A comparison between two different things without using words as or like. In metaphor, we are not using the word as or like. Okay. Second is simile use connecting words as like or as. In simile, we use the word like and as. And metaphors do not use connecting words. Then to point a picture and give an example. In simile, to point a picture, and in metaphor, to point a picture for the reader. The makes explicit. Simile makes which comparison? Explicit. EXPLICIT. And metaphor makes implicit comparison. Implicit. Now, explicit and implicit are the opposite words. Huh? Now, explicit means what? Making something easy to understand. And implicit means what? It is understood, but not put clearly into words. It is not described clearly. That is known as a implicit. So similes make explicit comparisons, and metaphor makes implicit comparisons, that are known as a simile and metaphor. Next is simile. A comparison between two different things are there. What is there in simile? What is there here in simile? A comparison between two different things. And in metaphor, a comparison between two different things without using words as or like. For example, we will see in simile. See, simile example is, first example, life is like a dream. Life is like a dream. I use the word like. Life is like a dream. There is a comparison between two things, that life is like a dream. Now see the example of metaphor. In metaphor is example, life is a dream. Example is life is a dream. Second example, in simile we will see, in simile, she is like an angel, and in metaphor, she is an angel. Hmm? Simile example, life is like a box of chocolate. How is the life? Like a box of chocolate. And in metaphor, life is a box of chocolate. So this is the difference between simile and metaphor. Now just we will discuss the okay student. Now just we will discuss the examples which are there from the poem simile and metaphor. Hmm? Now see, which is a metaphor example is there from the poem. See here, after little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Huh? Now, after little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. This is the example of metaphor. Means if we have difficulties at some stage, there will be joyous times following it. So, difficulties are implicitly compared to rain, and joyous times to a pleasant day. Okay. So, here in this metaphor, see, difficulties are compared implicitly to rain and joyous times to a pleasant day. Second example of metaphor is that sometimes there are clouds. Now here problems are implicitly compared to clouds. Next example is the shower will make the roses bloom. Now here problems are implicitly compared to the showers of rain, and better times are implicitly compared to roses blooming. Next example is life's sunny hours flit by. Now the happy times of our life go by very quickly. So the happy times are implicitly compared to sunny hours. Next example of simile, see, simile example. Life believe is not a dream, so dark as sages say. Now there is where poet compares the quality of life being dark to spoken by sages. Now these metaphor examples we have discussed, that sometimes there are clouds, the shower will make the roses bloom, the life is sunny has flit by. Next, see in your exercise in your English workshop, the first question is there that pick out from the poem two lines that reflect an optimistic attitude and pessimistic attitude. So what is mean by optimistic? Optimistic means what? See here, optimistic. Optimistic means expecting good things to happen, successful. And pessimistic means what? Pessimistic means bad part of situation. So optimistic and pessimistic are the opposite words. So which are the optimistic and pessimistic lines are there? Optimistic means positive attitude and pessimistic means what? Negative attitude. Which are the lines are there? Optimistic see. Optimistic line see. Yet hope again elastic springs. And second line is still buoyant are her golden wings. And pessimistic lines. What though death at times steps in, and what though sorrow seems to win. One more line is there in optimistic. Foretells a pleasant day, but these are transient all. And second, of the little morning rain. Another one is sometimes there are clouds of gloom. So these are the lines of optimistic, and this is known as optimistic and pessimistic. The next question is there in English workshop. There's give other ly adverbs of similar meaning. Give other ly adverbs of similar meaning. Rapidly. Rapidly means what? Quickly. Swiftly. Merrily means what? Merrily means cheerfully. Happily. Gratefully means what? Gratefully means thankfully. Cheerly means happily, merrily. Then manfully means bravely. Fearlessly means courageously. Gloriously means blessed. Gloriously means wonderfully. And victoriously means winningly, triumphantly. So these are the other ly adverbs of similar meaning. Now see the next question is there in English workshop, that pick out three examples of interrogation, that is rhetorical question from the poem, and explain in your own words. Three examples we have to pick out. The first example is, what though death at times steps in and calls our best away. Means what? If death at times takes away the people we love most, we must accept it and hope for better times. Second example is what? Second example, what though sorrow wants to see, sorry, or what though sorrow seems to win. What though sorrow seems to win over hope a heavy sway. Means it does not matter if we overcome by sorrow and hope seems to be far away. Third example of rhetorical question is, third example, if the shower will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament its fall? Means if a little rain helps the roses to flower, we should not feel unhappy about it. This means that we must not express regret for the difficulties we face in life. So these are the three examples of interrogation. Now, in the workshop, the question is asked, explain the metaphor in the following lines. So see, first line is given, Oft a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Means difficulties are compared indirectly to rain and happy times to a pleasant day. Second example of metaphor. Sometimes there are clouds. Means clouds are indirectly compared with clouds. Third example, the shower will make the roses bloom. Means problems are compared to the showers and happy time to roses blooming. And fourth example of metaphor, life's sunny hours fleet by. Means sunny hours are compared to happy times. Then next question is asked, pick out the four examples of personification and write what is personified in each. So for examples of personification is see, what though death at times steps in, means death has given the human quality of stepping in. What though sorrow seems to win, means sorrow had given the human quality of winning. Yes, hope again, elastic springs, unconquered though she fell, means hope is personified. And for gloriously, victoriously, can courage quell despair, means courage is personified. So here, this is the example of personification metaphor which is given in the textbook. Now let's look over the how to write down the appreciation of the poem. Now see, this appreciation carries 5 marks. It comes in the exam for 5 marks. Now see, when we are writing appreciation, we have to remember some tips. Now see, tips for writing a critical appreciation of a poem. Now you have to write down in the paragraph format. First, you have to write down writing short about the poet and poem. You have to write down the name of the poem and poet. It carries 1 mark. We have to point out the poem's rhyme scheme, the rhyming words, the rhyme scheme. If there is no any rhyming words, write down the poem is in free words. It carries 1 mark. And which is the figures of speech are there and tone of the poem, it carries 1 marks. And write central idea of poem in brief, around 4 to 6 sentences for 2 marks. And conclude the appreciation of the poem with the message it conveys. You can write why do you like the poem, why you not like the poem. That's the critical appreciation of the poem for 5 marks. How to write it down? See, life is a poem. Now, life, the poem, its name is Life. Life is a poem composed by Charlotte Bronte. Now, this is the poetess name. This is a now short in poem I am writing. This is a motivational poem. The poet narrates a positive view of life. The tone of the poem, you have to write down the tone of the poem. The tone of the poem is optimistic. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABCB in first stanza and rest of the stanza ABAB. Figures of speech is like metaphor, personification are used in the poem. And the central idea of the poem is that the bad things of life are transient and good things invariably follow them. The poet wants to deal optimistically with the negative experiences of life. She believes in the idea that tomorrow is another day and rejects those thoughts which say that tomorrow never comes. We must be optimistic and have the courage to overcome all our problems. The happy moments of our life fly by very quickly and merrily. We must enjoy them happily. And why I like the poem? I like the poem as it reminds us that even if there are problems in life, there will be better days ahead. Courage can suppress pessimism and we can emerge victorious despite obstacles that pull us down if we hold on the hope in our life. So in this way, you have to write down the appreciation of the poem which carries a 5 marks. Again, I am repeating, you have to write down the title of the poem, the name of the poem, who has written, and if the name of the poet is not mentioned, if the name of the poet is not mentioned in the textbook, you can write down anonymous. Then the rhyme scheme of the poem. If the poem does not have any rhyme scheme, write down the poem is in the free verse. Okay. Then you have to write identify the figures of speech. Give 2-3 examples of figure of speech which are there, and you have to write down the central idea of the poem, and write down the why you like the poem, why you don't like the poem. Anyhow, you have to write down. So here we have discussed all the question answers of the poem Life. Okay. Hmm. So see, we have what we have discussed. We have to write the name of the poem and poet 1 mark. Write down the rhyme scheme 1 mark. Figures, note down the figures of speech. Explain. Huh? Choose one which you can explain well. Mention the other of figures of speech too. Then the central idea, the main idea of the poem, and this can be written in 4 to 5 lines. And you can also include a message that and the implied meaning. So in this way, you have to write down the appreciation of the poem. Then I have discussed with the figures of speech with simile, metaphor, and personification. 3 figures of speech I have discussed. Told you personification is what, which is giving human qualities or feelings to non-living objects. Simile means what? A comparison between two different things by connecting the word as or like. It points a picture and it makes implicit comparison and comparison between two different things, that is known as a simile. A metaphor means a comparison between two different things without connecting the words as or like. It points a picture for the reader, and metaphor makes implicit comparison and a comparison between two different things without using word as or like. So this is known as a simile, metaphor, and personification figures of speech. Then I have told you what is meant by optimistic and pessimistic. Optimistic means positive attitude, means with expecting good things to happen, successful. And pessimistic means negative attitude, bad part of situation. Then we have seen about the acrostics also. Acrostic means it is a piece of writing in which a particular set of letters, the first letter of each line, word or paragraph spells out a word or phrase which special significance to the text. And acrostics are most commonly written as a form of poetry. We have seen the adverbs of similar meaning. Some interrogation examples we have seen these rhetorical examples. So here we have completed with the topic life, the poem life, and all the question answers and the grammar part. Student, do you want to ask any question? Students, have you understood all the things? And what is the tone of the poem? The tone of the poem is hopeful and optimistic. Positive attitude is there. Okay, students. Thank you, students. We have completed your topic.